Welcome to One on One. I'm Steve Adubato. It's very good to have you here. Very good to have you out there. For the first time joining us, you are a star in the musical scene.
Wow, thank you.
And it's an honor to have Julio Fernandez, who is a jazz guitarist with Spyro Gyra. For those who don't know, great band for a lot of years. Describe you guys.
Many years. Band's 40 years old. I've been with them for 30 of those 40 years.
What are you, a rookie?
Yeah. For a while, I was the new guy on the block. Yeah.
Describe the music.
Jazz fusion, contemporary jazz. It's been smooth jazz, but we like contemporary jazz.
And the connection for us is with our partners at the New Jersey Education Association. You're about to see a clip from a great series called Classroom Close-Up. You're featured in that. You went back to your high school.
It was an awesome experience.
Hoboken High?
Yes, sir.
You jammed with some of the kids there?
Jammed with the kids. Saw my old high school teacher.
Who was that?
John Cuzzo.
John Cuzzo?
Yes.
What, did he influence you?
Totally. Totally.
Big influence.
Big influence.
So we're going to see the story on Classroom Close-Up. We'll come back and talk to you a little bit about your experience at Hoboken High, and also you had a terrific award. You're recognized by the New Jersey Education Association for all that you've done. And I see you jamming with the kids at Hoboken High. Let's take a look at Classroom Close-Up.
If anybody feels like playing a little rhythm, go ahead.
There's an old saying, you can't go home again. But for Julio Fernandez, it's just not true.
At one time in my life, sat in those very chairs.
Julio is a renowned jazz guitarist who recently visited his alma mater to jam with some music students.
A little shake it.
And to see some old friends.
Wow.
Whoa, look who's here.
Wow. Hey, guys.
There you go.
In the early 1970s, Gary Enrico and Julio Fernandez were students in John Cuzzo's band class here at Hoboken High.
Thank you. You as well. All right. Wow.
And
look at that.
This is an old shot in color.
the band.
This is kind of rare.
Mr. Cuzzo and his former students reminisced about old times in the marching band.
Gary, wow. Look at that.
I didn't change.
Mr. Cuzzo has since retired. Gary followed in John's footsteps and became a teacher and band director, while Julio went on to become the guitarist for the Grammy-nominated jazz group Spyro Gyra.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take your broken wings and learn to fly.
I think you need to lead them or set them in a direction where they're going to meet success. And he has, certainly, in his career. But then he was sharing success with the kids earlier.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take your sunken eyes and learn to see.
I have the highest respect for him. We were, classmates. We were friends from when we were probably 7, 8 years old. And to see someone make it, it means a lot, even just to know him, say I know this guy, and, it was my pleasure today, really.
Into the light of a dark black night.
It's just a wonderful feeling, because it's a two-way street. You're a performer or you're a teacher or you're giving, what you get back is just as good, or better, because it's just to see the reaction in the face of accomplishing something. It's the face of awe, right? It's like, wow, it's a magic happening. So it's beautiful. I found my home here. I felt like home.
You were only waiting for this moment to
How great. How great.
Awesome. It was a very special moment.
Why?
Just to be back in that room, so many memories and struggles and learning music and just a time in my life where, 15, 16, 17 years old, you're trying to find your way. And had a very special teacher that saw something and helped me develop it. It's beautiful.
Somewhat emotional for you?
It totally was. Just hadn't seen Mr. Cuzzo in 40 years.
40.
It's a long time, and just felt like yesterday. Really did.
Teachers matter a lot.
They sure do. They sure do.
It's funny, teachers teach the material. They teach, there's a whole discussion going on about what teachers are supposed to teach in terms of tests that
You're
are
right.
coming up, and that's a whole different subject. But teachers do more than teach subject matter. They inspire and they motivate, and they give kids at this very vulnerable age and time in their lives confidence. Is that what they do?
Yeah, confidence. Confidence. I mean, I remember in those days I was playing, beside guitar, because I started playing guitar when I was 8. But in high school, they didn't have guitar in the public
Right.
system at that time. So I gravitated towards brass instruments, and I wanted to play in the tuba, which is a lot bigger than me in those days. But I remember Mr. Cuzzo recognizing that, okay, I was a guitar player, really. And
At the core.
At core, yeah. And we would do theory classes, and after school, we'd listen to jazz records. And he was very influential in so many ways. So you're right, the teachers, it's more than just teaching the curriculum. It's nurturing.
Do you feel you owe something?
I do. It's nice. That's why it felt so great. It was very emotional for me to go back to Hoboken High.
What'd you see in those kids?
I saw myself.
Did you really?
I did. There were some kids that just connected. That was obviously a shortened version of the piece.
Sure.
There was one spot there that one of the kids was jamming on harmonica with me, and another one was playing the guitar, and he picked up on a Jimi Hendrix lick.
Wow.
And
How would you know that?
He said that's all he knew about Hendrix was this
Well,
lick,
that's
but he
great.
wanted to impress me. So it really, it felt wonderful. It was just, just going back and seeing that face, that wonderment,
Yeah.
that excitement about music and someone coming in and visiting and taking the time.
So in 1961, you come from Cuba
Yes,
to the United States.
the United States, to Hoboken, New Jersey.
Right to Hoboken,
right to Hoboken.
Yeah, right. And then you live this incredible life and a lot of trials and tribulations, and you join this great band and make a great contribution
Yes.
to the musical and entertainment scene in this country. But then the New Jersey Education Association honors you, recognizes you, right? Describe that award.
Well, when I found out about it, I actually found out through a friend that had gone to one of the meetings at the NJEA and said, "I think you're up for some kind of award." I said, "Okay," So we found out about it, and then they had reached out to my manager, the Spyro Gyra manager, and so we set it up, and they wanted to tape me receiving the award because I couldn't make the convention. Right. I was going to be on the road. And it's funny, when that happened, they said, well, we're going to have to pass on you because we always want to have the person that's going to receive the award present at
Sure.
the convention. And I said, the irony in that is that you're giving me an award for something.
It's your work.
It's my work, and I'm going to be on the road in Europe, and now you don't want to give it. So they said, okay, let's talk about this. And I wound up getting it. So they came to the high school, and it was just a wonderful honor. I don't know, it was like emotional and
Well deserved.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
very
well,
appreciate it.
to our friends at the NJEA, New Jersey Education Association,
Yes.
good choice. And we appreciate everything you've done, not just in the musical industry, but more importantly for those kids at Hoboken High. And I'm sure it was a special day, not just for you, but for them and for your former teacher.
That was wonderful, yes.
What's his name again? That teacher.
John Cuzzo.
Got to give him respect.
I totally do.
Got it. Listen, Julio Fernandez, a jazz guitarist with Spyro Gyra. I want to thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Steve, for
it.
having me.
Stay with us. One-on-one. We'll be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Wells Fargo, Holy Name Medical Center, PSE&G, MagnaCare, Johnson & Johnson, and by Verizon Communications. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.